Hey everyone, it's Jess and it's time for this week's Just the Tip. Okay, Jess here, and I'm going to talk about something a little bit controversial today, and that is feedback. And I want to tell you this. Do not stress about your feedback. Is it eBay? Is it Poshmark? Is it Etsy? Whatever platform you are on, please do not stress if you get one negative feedback. The fact is, if you're focusing on doing the best you can in your business, providing excellent customer service, shipping fast and safely, taking accurate photos and including detailed, real objective descriptions of your items, and just doing everything that you can to legitimately run your reselling business, there will still be a buyer from time to time who is just pissed off at you for absolutely no good reason. There will always be somebody out there who maybe wants to pull some sort of bait and switch scam with you, who complains about damage that doesn't exist or pretends that they didn't see something that was in your listing and disclose in your listing and wants a return based on that. And then if you give any pushback, they get super upset with you. These buyers are out there, and they are always going to be out there no matter how good you are at running your business. The secret is to focus on your own integrity and running your business in the best way that you possibly can and deflecting these people when they come. Too many sellers worry way too much about the consequences of negative feedback. Now, can it affect you? Yeah, it can. So take eBay, for instance. If you're a relatively new seller on eBay and you're also a low volume seller, which is usually how it works when you're starting out, if you get a negative feedback when your entire feedback rating is only like 20 or 30, and you get that one, that is going to bring your overall feedback rating percentage down by a significant amount, a much more significant amount than it would if I get a negative feedback, because I already have 12,020 some odd feedbacks. If I get one negative, it's not going to affect me too much. But if you're a newer seller, it might, and it will affect some of your service metrics at eBay. These are the times when you need to be a little bit more concerned about that stuff. Work with eBay to get negative feedback removed if it's really not legitimate feedback and you really don't think that you deserve it. You know, you can try to work with eBay and maybe get it removed or respond to it in some sort of professional way that other buyers can see publicly. But if this does happen to you at the beginning, it's unfortunate, but there's really not a whole lot you can do about it. The best thing that you can do is focus back on your business, on growing it, on getting more listings up there, on increasing your sales volume and continuing to provide excellent customer service. And eventually that feedback just kind of fades away and most people are never going to see it. Now, I'm not even sure how many buyers really read feedback on eBay anymore. And my personal opinion is that the feedback system should be totally abolished. I think it's useless. I think it's too easy to manipulate. I think with a seller like me who's got 12,000 feedback and some people have hundreds of thousands of feedback, I mean, at this point, why are we still leaving feedback when you have tens of thousands of ratings on your profile? Like, we get it. You're a good seller. It's fine. I think the feedback system is out of date. I don't think social proof is really important for the type of e-commerce that we do. But anyway, that's a digression and maybe something I should do a full podcast on later on. So we haven't had a negative review in a while. Yay. Actually, we did get one relatively recently where a buyer purchased a pendant. It was very small, tiny, tiny little pendant. I had the measurements in the listing. The buyer said it was too small and opened an item not as described claim. And I was like, too small, like compared to what? And they said, too small. And I was like, okay, but like I put the measurements in the description. Did you see them? They wouldn't acknowledge that at all. I did end up paying for the return, and when I got the item back, they left a negative feedback saying that I offered poor customer service. You know, fine. That was their experience, and that's how they felt about it. I was just going to let that one go. But I did respond to it on the profile and said, unfortunately, I could not make the pendant any larger than the measurements in the description said it was. So like hint of sarcasm. And about a week later, it dropped off and I don't know where it went. So it's not there anymore. So I didn't have like a really good example of a negative feedback to show you guys. I felt like that one was actually kind of funny and I would have liked to share it, but it's gone now. So you can check out this one, which is one from a long time ago, where a buyer claimed that we sent them a different brand of slot car than we had advertised, which wasn't true. The fact was, we're selling AFX cars. They bought AFX cars. We shipped AFX cars and they claimed to receive Tyco. It wasn't true. And I think I did ask eBay to remove that one, and they were like, no, that was the buyer's experience. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I don't care. It's fine. We sell enough volume that doesn't matter. Almost everybody's happy. If it makes this person feel better to make up a story, then great, good for them. It's not going to affect my business in the long run. The other thing to know about feedback is that it's a vanity metric. A vanity metric is like one of those things that you can measure in your business. It's like the number of followers you have on social media or whatever. That is like a cool number to share, but it is really inconsequential to the actual development of your reselling business. So if you like metrics and you like to measure things, pick stuff that actually matters. Things like your percentage of repeat buyers, how many people are coming back to your store to make a second purchase, what is your average selling price, what is your gross profit margin, so how does your cost of goods compare to the average price of the items that you're selling. These are the things that actually can matter to your business and are worth measuring over time to give you insight into how to improve your company and make it bigger, better, stronger, or whatever it is that you want to do with it. So just remember that feedback is just one of those things that it's there on eBay. And once you get going as a seller, getting a negative from time to time is not going to affect your business. Now, if you're selling on Poshmark, it will never really affect your business because buyers can't see that feedback publicly anyway. So somebody who leaves you a negative review on Poshmark, that review is only going to be seen by you, and no one even sees your star rating. So just keep doing you, be the best you can be at your business, and don't stress out too much if you get those negatives. You know, you might spend a couple of minutes to just write to eBay and request a removal. If they deny it, they deny it. Move on. You have better things to do. So that's just the tip for today. Now get listening. Want more videos like this? Make sure to click like, subscribe, and leave a comment below to tell me what you want to see more of.